The following recap will contain spoilers from the movie Hidden Figures. If you haven't seen it yet, this is your chance to pause, watch the film, and come back. Now let's dive into the remarkable true story behind one of NASA's most crucial missions. The movie opens in the early 1960s during the Cold War, where America is in a heated race against the Soviet Union to send a man into space. NASA, located in Langley, Virginia, is at the forefront of this race. But behind the scenes, there's a team of African-American women mathematicians who are breaking down barriers and working hard to ensure the success of the space missions. We are introduced to three of these women: Katherine later Johnson, Dorothy Vaughan, and Mary Jackson, as they carpool to work, showing both the camaraderie and challenges of being Black women in a segregated America. Katherine Johnson, played by Taraji P. Henson, is a brilliant mathematician known for her expertise in analytic geometry. She's assigned to work in the Space Task Group, where she will help solve the equations needed to launch astronaut Glen into orbit. Dorothy Vaughan, portrayed by Octavia Spencer, is the de facto supervisor of the African-American women working as computers, though she hasn't received an official promotion or pay raise. She's quick to recognize the future of computing is shifting toward IBM machines and begins learning the programming language Fortran. Finally, there's Mary Jackson, played by Janelle Monáe. She's a fierce engineer who dreams of being NASA's first African-American female engineer. To do that, she'll need to break down more than just mathematical barriers. She'll have to fight the laws of segregation. As the women work at NASA, they face both overt and subtle racism. Katherine, in particular, struggles in the all-white, male-dominated Space Task Group. She's given complicated mathematical assignments, but is denied access to critical information and even has to walk half a mile to use a colored bathroom. Dorothy also faces discrimination when she's denied the title and pay of a supervisor despite doing the job. Meanwhile, Mary is told she can't apply to NASA's engineering program because it's held at a whites-only high school. Despite these challenges, the women push through. Katherine's brilliance becomes evident when she's able to correct an error that even NASA's top mathematicians missed. Meanwhile, sneaks into the IBM room, learns to program, and eventually teaches her team of women how to operate the computers. Mary's journey to becoming an engineer is one of the most inspiring arcs in the movie. When she's told she can't attend classes at the whites-only school, she decides to go to court to petition for her right to an education. In a stirring courtroom scene, Mary makes her case, arguing that the country's future is at stake and she needs to be part of it. Her tenacity pays off when the judge rules in her favor, allowing her to attend night classes. Mary becomes the first African-American female engineer at NASA. Katherine continues to prove her value as a mathematician, but her work environment remains tense. One key turning point in the film comes when her boss, Al Harrison, played by Kevin Costner, learns about her struggles and the segregation she faces. In a powerful moment, he knocks down the colored bathroom sign, declaring that at NASA, everyone pees the same color. As the space race intensifies, the pressure on NASA increases. With tensions high and multiple calculations needing to be done, Katherine is brought into the forefront of the mission to ensure the math is correct for Glen's orbit. Glen himself specifically requests that Katherine be the one to double-check the calculations for his launch, showing the trust she's earned. As the launch date approaches, the newly installed IBM computer becomes a critical tool for calculations. But when the machine fails to produce the necessary results, Dorothy steps in. Having learned to program the computer herself, she fixes the problem and ensures the calculations needed for the mission are completed. Dorothy's expertise not only secures her own position at NASA, but also enables her to get all the women in her team promoted to become NASA's first programmers. While Katherine, Dorothy, and Mary each face their own struggles, their persistence and brilliance ultimately help reshape NASA. The walls of segregation, both literal and metaphorical, slowly begin to crumble as they continue proving their worth. Each woman's story speaks to the broader theme of the film, that despite the systemic racism and sexism of the time, intelligence and perseverance can break through. The pressure mounts with Glen's orbit approaching. Katherine's calculations are needed one final time, and her work is crucial to the mission's success. But we won't spoil the outcome here. You'll have to watch the film to see how this groundbreaking moment plays out. Hidden Figures is not just a story about space exploration. It's about the fight for equality, the power of education, and the importance of representation. Katherine Johnson, Dorothy Vaughan, and Mary Jackson played pivotal roles in one of the most significant achievements in American history, and their contributions helped open the doors for generations of women and minorities in STEM fields. Even though the space race ended, their legacy continues to inspire. Thanks for watching this recap. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more movie recaps. Let us know in the comments which movie you'd like to see next.